What's up, everyone, and welcome to Ben's Car Reviews. I'm Ben, and today we'll be dissecting the 2025 Hyundai Santa Cruz. Let's get right into it. Hyundai has revealed their 2025 Santa Cruz at the New York Auto Show, and although I was thinking there would be a bit more of a design change, I can say what they did alter was for the better, and I personally think this design is the best in the class without a doubt, given there are only two options. The XRT and Limited are the stars of the show right now, the XRT being the off-road themed trim, and that, of course, is going to be kind of a staple in this lineup, I think. Limited being a little more luxury looking, if you will, with chrome features. Hyundai says the styling gets more rugged up front with the redesigned grille, bumpers, and lights. I think the more square sectioned look of that larger grille for the daytime running lights looks better, but obviously isn't drastically different. You might not even notice if you look quickly. I've seen many people knocking this front end, but I don't see what's so bad about it. Tow hooks on the XRT also give that aggressive look, especially being in red, along with its unique and exclusive front and rear bumpers. The wheel designs that we can see so far are well done, attractive, and new. Finishes look sharp and elevate these trims for sure. I always say the wheels are the haircut of the car. They can either make or break it. In this case, I think they are making it. The XRT is going to get all-terrain tires and an increased approach angle. New colors for this year are going to be Rockwood Green and Canyon Red. I think that red looks fantastic. It really pops. It'd be cool to see that in the sunlight. Along with the colors, the XRT is clearly more on the blacked out end, and Limited, as I mentioned, is kind of more on the chrome end of things. There appears to be a tonneau cover on the XRT, and that would be great if it's a standard feature, but I highly doubt it. You just never really see that. The engine options aren't changing, the weaker engine being a 2.5-liter four-cylinder with 191 horsepower, 181 pound-feet of torque, and with an 8-speed automatic transmission. The other being a turbocharged 2.5-liter inline-four, making 281 horsepower, and paired with an 8-speed DCT. This is said to be the standard engine for the new XRT and Limited, again, the two trims that are being shown off right now. I'm very surprised to see all-wheel drive is still optional and not standard, at least on the XRT. How could you have off-roading trims and not have standard all-wheel drive? I don't understand that, and I don't think I ever will. Towing remains the same at 3,500 pounds for the four-cylinder, 5,000 for the inline-four. Hyundai says this will be available summer of this year, 2024. I've seen from a couple sources say that they expect prices to be similar to the 2024 models, which means they'll be generally less than a mid-sized truck, but also feel kind of too expensive at the same time. They almost seem to be in a forced niche market here. I feel the general crowd of truck people want a mid-size capability, but price tags are just so outrageous now. This is an interesting replacement for sure, but I like it a lot. Let's see what information is out for the interior. Of course, you're getting a redesigned interior too, and this is probably the biggest change for the Santa Cruz in 2025. As I said, the exterior doesn't look that much different, but this certainly does. The dash design is simplistic, yet super clean and stylish. I like that sometimes, just less is more. I like the updated steering wheel. My one thought initially, though, is this doesn't really feel like a truck to me. I'm not sure that's a bad thing, but it's an observation. And some of you may have just rolled your eyes that I even called this a truck at all, but it has a bed, so I'm calling it that. I just don't feel like the interior gives off that feel of what this vehicle actually is. Maybe the XRT will give more of that aggressive feel on the inside. We'll have to see. The dual 12.3-inch screens encompass the driver's information area as well as the infotainment touchscreen, and they have a curved orientation. This is a big move to stay modern and compete with all these other big screens across the market. They look sharp in this interior, and I like that curved look. So, together this is 2 feet worth of screen, which really seems like the minimum for competing these days. Wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto is standard. Hyundai says you're getting physical knobs and buttons for the main important features, which is great to hear. Nobody wants to sort through a screen to turn their volume up. Medium gray is a new interior color, and I'm hoping to see some higher quality seating surfaces, especially on these top trims, whatever they may be. As we're seeing here, XRT and Limited, hopefully there's some leather in there. Just something a little nicer for the money. I'm sure you'll be getting a nice suite of standard driver's assist, safety and technology features also. Overall, I think Hyundai pulled off a great design for this interior, and I'm curious to see what they decide for the full list of standard features per trim level, and once we know, I'll get an updated video out for you guys once it's time. In review, guys, I'm a big fan of the Santa Cruz. Inside of this compact truck segment, it's more of a SUV slash truck, whatever you want to call it. I mean, the bed's not huge, as we know. Not gonna have tons of payload, tons of towing, but towing is actually surprisingly kind of high. But beyond that, its main competition being the Ford Maverick. Both vehicles, I think, have a lot of mixed opinions. You either love it or you hate it. Just kind of what appeals to your eye, I suppose. Beyond brand loyalty, this is not Hyundai versus Ford. I'm not anti one or the other. I'm not pro one or the other. Even if I was, I would not reveal that in one of my reviews. I got to be impartial. But when it comes down to strictly design, I think there's no doubt in my eyes this Santa Cruz is far more aggressive looking than the Maverick. I feel like it has better width, angles, all that stuff. Bumpers, over fenders, all that stuff just to me looks more aggressive than what the Maverick is putting out. And I think that makes a huge difference. Just visually, off the bat, boom, Santa Cruz has the lead for me. When you dive into it, I don't think the Maverick is offering anything better now, especially than what Hyundai is offering. So if you're looking simply for the best compact truck to get, I really think it's going to come down to just what's best for your eyes, because they're really very similar in terms of what they're offering, but they look so drastically different. Obviously, my opinion being the Santa Cruz, again, not anti-Ford. I just think this design of the Santa Cruz is better looking than the Maverick. It'd be great to see a Maverick update soon to have it better compete, and I bet they are going to be pressured now for this. And I'd also like to see a couple more options emerge from the crowd. Chevy, GMC, Ram, Toyota, somebody put out another compact truck to compete with these, because I think there's a huge gap in the segment here. As I've said, all these truck prices have increased a segment. Mid-size is like a full-size like a heavy-duty like we've never seen before. So you're being forced to buy smaller and smaller, whereas before, if you wanted a truck, you could probably get a full-size and be okay, because it wasn't $200 million. That being an exaggeration, of course, but you get the gist. This is probably the best way going forward to get some truck bed capability, or a large kind of SUV-ish crossover to a truck thing, that you can get going forward, just because price tags aren't going to be outrageous. Yes, they're still high, but they're not outrageous. But this is the way you want to go, 2025, or middle of this year, order one. I think you're making a great call. Should be a cool vehicle for years to come. Hopefully this video laid things on it could wait for you guys. Thank you for watching this Benz car review. Please subscribe if not already. If you have an idea for a future review, drop in the comments and I'll see what I can do. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, I have that option. Check that out and join if you'd like. And I'll catch you on the next Benz car review.